Alright, Shalom. Before I start, we give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, or Kakodash, to honor the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations. All like Akim Aqua, learning, teaching truth and sincerity, another video through the Spirit. Alright, and for this one right here, modern day madness and prophecies. Been a minute, right? It's your brother Malak from Jim S. Detroit. And, the storm, it looks like it's finally just, the effects is mostly now starting to blow over, if you will. Here in Detroit, at least, out here where I stay, my power been out in my whole part of the city. Also, I'll say for my block, I'll be generous, since Thursday. It's back on now, which is Sunday night, which, hey, and I'm not, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, make sure we got what we need every day, so I'm not tripping either way. So I want to show y'all some of the clips of all the damage that was being caused, especially here in Michigan, in the metro area. Motherfuckers died in this storm, y'all. Motherfuckers drowned out, crashed out, trees fell on their ass and shit. We're seeing some of the most, not the most, some of, but the actual most wildest weather, all right? And going through some of the comments of these videos, I saw one comment, I don't know if I'll be able to find it, so I'm just mentioning it. One person that commented on one of the posts, a woman, she's like, in all my 35 years of living here in Michigan, I've never seen anything like this. We've met, boy, it was it was just a Thursday night in particular, the night that caused everyone's power to go out. It was a lightning storm. It was just lightning sparking off, every second, man, at night. Now, this is off one of the major freeways, 94, that we use. Hell, we cut through this freeway to get to camp. That bitch was underwater. All right, and here in Detroit specifically, in the metro area, it literally, y'all, when it rains, it floods. And the reason why is because our sewer system, a lot of the times, the systems underground are so old. And I had a guy tell me this, like actual, a guy who used to work, a guy who has worked with electricians. They still have shit connected and hooked up, wiring and metal hooked up from the 1800s, y'all. So when the rain comes through, it just kicks all that shit out the way. And they have to go down there and fix it and finally put in the new stuff, which is why power will be down for 3, 4, 5 days, because they still have ley lines from the 1800s in that mug, y'all. The generators and the systems that are supposed to siphon and push the water out, the drainage, the storm drains that you see by the sides of the streets, those clog up when all the systems fail. And here in Metro, our systems fail almost every time it rains compared to other cities, right? So this is a normal occurrence for us. When it rains in Detroit, we see this regularly. Nigga, get your kayak out, put your flip-flops on, and get ready to row your boat to work. All this shit. And this was all happening Thursday night and Friday night. Trucks flipping over, trees falling, whacking on fools, like electricity striking everything. Motherfuckers was getting struck by lightning, man. Look at this fucking holes busting open under the freeway. All the water, because water is what I believe 8.3. Oh shit. Water's pretty heavy, y'all, per gallon. I forget. It's 8.34 something. I forget it. I used to know it. But look at all this damage, y'all. Look at all this damage. This is in the middle of a mall. And I'm gonna get some scriptures. I know I'm doing a lot of talking, Salakia, but I'm just explaining it because I live here. And this shit, it's like, man, you don't even gotta send missiles to Detroit. Just let it rain for 30 days and 30 nights. And the state of Michigan is gonna that thumb, that hand, the mitt. They call it the mitt. It's a right hand looking shaped state. That bitch would be completely underwater. 30 days, 30 nights, y'all. Let it rain like in the days of Noah, man. We'd be through ski. We have to go stay with the Ohio brothers for a minute, man. So a tree fell on a nigga's, looked like a $50,000 truck, a Chevy. It says widespread damage, flooding, 5 dead after powerful storm and tornadoes across Michigan. Oh yeah, and we had something that you rarely, that's unheard of here, is tornadoes. You know, come on. Come on, y'all. The Lord is... Hey, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. If you don't know what time we're living in, you're probably getting ready to die. This is at one of the car plants, Sterling Assembly Plant. This is one of the major car plants. I don't know if it's Ford or Dodge Chrysler. I'm assuming Chrysler. So if we're producing all the parts for your Dodge Chrysler and GM, you know, which is over Chevy, if Michigan floods out, y'all don't get no more parts for, you know, Ford, Dodge, and GM. So everybody's fucked, right? As raggedy as Michigan is, this is actually a pretty important state in terms of what they get done for the rest of the country. So if Michigan falls out, y'all might as well, you know, and which it is, you know, all of it's gonna collapse. But yeah, whole freeway underwater, man. I fucking hate this state, boy. So let's get this. Oh, Slakia, I almost forgot. I had one more to put with it. And then we'll get some scripture. Slakia.
Aaron?
Yep. I can't do anything about it, and that's where it's at. Because this is under Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's control. In which we're going to go to that in Edris. You people are going to fucking realize that soon. You're going to realize that don't nobody control this, man. We have power out. Man, as somebody in my household, man, I ain't, man. Us, we can't. This is not in our control, all right? I'm gonna just leave that statement alone, man. Let me do this. Great effects. Let's do this. Here it is, y'all. Women is strong and independent. Well, when them lights fucking go out, I'll tell you what they not no more. Strong and independent. I'll tell you that. Great. Oh, that's a, maybe it's with the A. Huh. Okay, let's do this. Second address. Is it 9 and 1? Okay. Salaki, y'all. I believe that it's Sign and Wonders. Might be messing it up. Yeah, man. I knew it was second address 9, man. Second address 9. We can start at 1. Fuck it, we start at 1. Then answered he me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest the part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings, in wonder and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. So we're seeing the powerful works, the effects, and the signs that this world is experiencing. Weather phenomenon is unheard of. Hurricanes, stormnadoes, right? All these damn new shits that are happening. They coming up with new terms for them, man. Come on, y'all. So let's get the next. Let's deal with these two clips. How bad the finances are here in America. Did I save that clip? I believed I saved it. Fuck, no. Let me go grab it. Okay, I did save it. I just skipped over it again like an idiot. Damn it. Here we go.
70, the average home was $15,000. It is now $436,000. It has gone up 29.
And if I remember correctly, I played this clip recently, but I'm going to use it in conjunction with another clip.
Now $11,000. That's gone up 20 times. Gas was 36 cents. It's now $3.80. That has gone up 10 to 12 times. But what about the income? In 1970, the average person was making $9,000. Today, they're making $56,000. That has only gone up 6 times compared to everything else. But here's where this is where it gets sad. In 1970, the average household had 3.5 children. Today, it's only 1.9. And the crazy part is that back in 1970, the average household, 47% were dual income. It has now jumped to 65% is dual income. So millennials and Gen Zers under the household are putting in more hours than the boomers did. We're both working 40 hours a week. But you got way more bang for your buck and more children. You got to expand your family, own a house. Things are so drastically different. The birth rate is plummeting because people can't afford it. So we need to make a change so that we can turn this around.
And I like how it ends right there abruptly. You're not going to turn it around. You're not going to turn it around. It's not going to turn around. It's over. It's over. Another clip to combine it with right here.
I heard a new term on TikTok today that made me stop in my tracks.
We are living in the silent depression.
This guy believes we are not just living in worse than the Great Depression, we're living in the silent depression. The average annual income in 1930 for an American individual was a little over $4,800. Sounds like nothing, but if you adjust that for inflation, a little over $4,800 a year in 1930 is equivalent to almost $85,000 annually for the average salary for one person. Right now, the average annual salary is $56,000 a year. We currently are making less than at the height of the Great Depression. In 1930, gas was on average 10 cents a gallon. That would be about $1.73. In case you haven't filled up your car lately, average cost of a gallon of gas is $3.55. To buy a new car in 1930 would have been about $860. It's worth about $50.
Y'all, if a brand new car costs $860 right now, boy, I had to. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I had about 15 fucking cars outside lining the whole block. I ain't gonna bullshit you, man. This is crazy. This clip, this was really like I was like, wow. This guy, this is showing you he's truly tanking this bitch, y'all. He's had his fun. He's gotten what he's needed out of America, out of the whore. The whore served its purpose. And now soon the beast will rise up against the whore and destroy it. We're going to see America get destroyed in this third world war. It has served its purpose. Its money no longer has the power over the world that it once did. And not even only in the world, but inside of itself.
$15,000. The average cost of a new car today is $48,000. And of course, the most coveted aspect of the American dream, being able to buy a house in 1930, cost about $3,900. Less than.
And obviously, these prices are adjusted for inflation. But a $39 house, shit. We have about, every brother have about 4 houses to themselves, man. Come on, man.
$70,000. I spend way too much time on Zillow, so maybe this isn't surprising to me, but the average price of a home in America today is $416,000. How could we be living through worst cost of living and wages than 1930? And no politician, no media outlet, no one is talking about it.
That's Bidenomics. It's about growing an economy by strengthening the middle class.
I heard a new term.
And they're doing this to weaken the economy. They know exactly what they're doing. They're destroying everything. And they've been doing it slowly, brick by brick, under everyone's nose, silently, while people thought they were living comfortably. And then everyone's going to look up and realize, holy shit, we got spadoodled. I just made that up. We got spadoodled. What are we gonna do? Whatsoever will we do? One more clip.
Biggest thing you regret in life? I regret in life? I regret coming to Canada, because if I had stayed in the Caribbean, I would have been way better. I came to Canada, I worked, I don't know, maybe 20 years. I had to go back to my...
And now, Canada is not the whore. America, North America is specifically, but Canada follows right behind the whore. All right, we know that from how it moves. It's, Canada is under the image of the beast. So even though he's speaking about Canada, you can imagine this has happened to people in America as well. People who come from other countries.
My country, 7 years, living here for 20 years, 7 years of my country, give me enough money to buy 2 properties in Canada cash. 7 years, 7, and still 20 years you're just paying away and nothing. It tells me Canada is just a trap. I own property, and it's hard for me. So imagine people who are from different countries for the first year, and you're wasting your time. You're gonna stress, and you're gonna go crazy, and you're gonna die in less than 10 years. When in your country, which would have been harder, you live for another 40, 50 years. No matter how bad it is in your country, it's only gonna get worse here. I'm telling you the truth. I travel the world, I live a good life, all kind of stuff. Idea of Canada is to get out of Canada, not get in. And I've realized that between America and Canada, the people who are living back in their country are living better than us who are living over here.
What is the biggest?
Yep. So what we're seeing, y'all, because you see this bitch, she put
We're coming to Canada.
in this comment right underneath. It floated up for a second. She said, "Don't forget, Australia is also a trap." Damn, it disappeared. So right here, as a former Canadian, this man is speaking facts and pure truth. So what you're coming to find out is that these first world countries, y'all, they're a big sham. They look nice and shiny on the outside, but when you come stay for a while, you realize that it's not no good. And you have third world countries that are better off than these first world countries. All right, so let's come to Revelation. And like I said, Canada is not the whore, but I'm circulating this back, bringing it back to America because of Canada's such a closation to America. Revelation. All right, hey, it's tough. Everyone. Matter of fact. Okay, no, we'll come. Yeah, we'll come back here. Let me hold my horses. The nations, they drunk. You know, that's Jeremiah. They're angry now. They don't need it no more. They don't need Babylon no more. So now it's time to make war. Now it's time to go to war. Now its allies have waken up. They've shaken off the dummy juice a little bit. All right. Matter of fact, verse 3, Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So all the nations took part of Babylon's philosophies, part of the image of the beast, taking in its dollar, taking in its ways of life, accepting LGBT, formatting their military after America's military, adopting the police like how the America have the police, television programs, media, right? And they traded, they committed fornication, they traded, gained their wealth, gained power. But now what? Now what? Now the nations are what? Revelation 18, jump down to oh, I'm sorry, we got to go back to 17, but that's actually good. I started there. So we grabbed that out of 18. The nations first gained their power with the beast, but now what? Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And now these 10 horns have multiplied, because originally it was the 10 nations of the EEC, European Economic Community. It was 10 European nations, and now it's multiplied into over 20. All right. But now these nations are going to counter and come up against Edom, primarily America, which is America is the whore. All right. And these 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, because you know the beast is EU NATO, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate, naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So they're going to send missiles this way. All right, they're going to send missiles this way to destroy it. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Keep it real. What nation is reigning over? America. But now what? The nations are mad. It's not fun anymore to try to replicate or to try to be like America. It's not fun anymore. Everyone's suffering. So they're going to destroy this mug. All right. And Salaki, you just type in right here. I just want to bring this up. The Treaty of Rome, which this, signed here, 1957. What did the Treaty of Rome do? It says the Treaty of Rome set up the European Economic Community, bringing together Belgium, Germany, France, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, and several other countries. They left some out, to work together towards integration and economic growth. Through trade, it established a common market based on the free movement of goods, people, services, and capital. All right, and this is after, this is sometime after World War II, but this links up with the prophecy that you come back here. It was given him what does it say? Yep, right here, verse 10, 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. That 1 hour is 42 years. All right, and in the Heavenly Father's time. All right, our time, 42 of our years. All right, so 1958, 42 years is the 2000s. Right, literally 2000 on the nose. And so now what do we have? 20 some more years later, we have the beast getting ready to destroy this bitch. They had their hour to rule. We'll do this. When was the best decade in America? Right here. A lot of people vote for the 50s for the best decade, which is no coincidence. No coincidence. It says, best of all, 1950s were an era of economic growth, prosperity, and upward mobility for those willing to work hard and persevere. All right. So America's fallen out of its golden age, and all these first world countries, all these first world countries right along with it. Because how are people feeling now? Let's go to this nigga. You know what? I'm gonna just knock it for the music. But this is how everybody feeling now, drained and through, and they sheep still. So this is good. This is good. They're sheep. Go to work, play your Xbox, try to forget about shit, go to the club, try to find something to hump on if you social media, food, try to do some activities, go to sleep, wake up, do the shit all over again. Well, that's failing. It don't work no more. It don't work no more, y'all. It's over. It's over. Fuck this place. Fuck these people, man. I can't wait for this shit to pop off, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. I can't wait for this shit to fucking pop off. Oh, man. Let's get one more, this bitch right here. This bitch is simple as fuck, man. Let me get, I'm probably going to deal with, I got so many clips. I'm probably going to deal with this. Let's deal with this.
Hard, I wait hard. I get up at 4 o'clock and get my breakfast done. Just at dawn of day, I go to the field and we pick cotton.
Mr. and Mrs. Haywood Jenkins of Sharkey County, Mississippi have, between them, picked cotton for over a century.
My boss man came along. He says, Mary Jane? I said, sir. Says, I say, when you wash? I said, I washed last night. He said, I don't want you to do that no more. That's my agent, you know. He says, every Friday morning or Friday evening, you wash. And let all the children stay there with you until you get through. When you get through, then y'all can go back to field and wait. Now, the agent was mean. Some of them was mean. You want to hook the colored people. And that time, the white man come along. He says, hey, but you ain't in the field yet? He just had started plowing. He said, yes, I'm just not had to eat my dinner. God damn it, you ain't doing a goddamn thing. He says, God damn it, ought to take this damn stick and free the hell out you. He said, no, he said, if you free the hell out of me, goddamn, I free the hell out of you. It make me feel bad if I was under them, you know, how mean they was to treat us like that.
I work hard.
This wasn't that long ago. That's my #1 saying, y'all. Y'all know it who watch my videos. This shit was not that long ago. Now, these people, they more than likely would have lived through the 1800s. This clip probably happened sometime in the early 1900s, when camera footage was, making its going up. And, obviously these guys lived post 1865. They would have been around before, while slavery was still in swing, and then after, the so-called emancipation. But you see, she had to wake up at 4 in the morning, only got to wash once a week, had to get up and get to work before she could even properly feed herself. Right? And Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he didn't have mercy, young, old, man, woman, or child. So we're not going to have mercy, y'all. This is our heritage here in this country. And you niggas have fucking forgotten it. What was that movie, The Dark Tower? For some of y'all who remember, one of Stephen King's movies, you have forgotten the face of your father. You fucking idiots. We were never brought here to live it up or to chase the bag so we can get a fucking Bugatti or to be getting BBLs. You niggas was brought here to work and suffer, and now fucking look at you. You bring shame to the ancestors. Dr. Umar voice. We must stay focused. You think if these two had any idea that if you think these two had any idea that they great-grandchildren was gonna be a bunch of little social media fucking thoughts, worthless weed smoking niggas, man, come on, man. That's where we come from. That's our history in this place. We come from shackles and chains, and Esau's trying to hide it, but he can't hide it. All right. Isaiah 47. We gonna get this fucking devil, man. Isaiah 47:6. It says, "I was wroth with my people; I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy; upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid the yoke." All right. They said between them both.
Picked cotton for over a century.
My boss man came along. He says,
Fuck.
says I worked hard. I worked hard. I get up at 4 o'clock and get my breakfast done. Just at dawn of day, I go to the field and we pick cotton.
Mr. and Mrs. Haywood Jenkins of Sharkey County, Mississippi have, between them, picked cotton for over a century.
My boss man came.
Between them. Meaning both added up their years. 50-some years. They probably like 80, 90 right here. But at least did 50 years of straight cotton picking, man. 100 years of slavery, nigga. Hey, the Heavenly Father gave us into your Edomites' hands, and soon he gonna give y'all into our hands. And we gonna fucking destroy you. We gonna fucking destroy you. Alright, I just wanted y'all to see this. You know, this is proof. Don't let the... Hey, we not gonna forget what happened. Alright, we have searched out our past, like it tells you in Job. What is that? 8 and 8. For inquire, I pray thee... fuck, I'll just get it. Job 8 and 8. We've gone to the search of our fathers, and we have found that the so-called white man is guilty. Esau, Edom is guilty. For inquire, I pray thee of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of thy fathers, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. And you see the evidence of this man's sins. His bones are full of the sin of his youth. In the beginnings of this country, it required him to cause much suffering to our people. Therefore, in the beginning of our country, in the beginning of our land and kingdom, it will require much suffering for him and his people. Yin and yang, balance. How about that? Right? So, hey, that's about it, y'all, man. It's late, man. Fuck this place, man. Give all praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakurash. The honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akima Aqua, learning, teaching, truth, and sincerity. Shalom.